No scope for company secretary course. Yes, there is absolutely no scope for company secretary course. You may be thinking, sir, what are you saying? See, we are going to start a new series and this is the first video. And in this series, we are actually going to try and bust all the myths. Whatever myths are there, we are going to give you facts. Please understand that a lot of students are graduating from WhatsApp University. WhatsApp University is the place where facts are not facts. It is just about what somebody feels. As a CS student, especially if you're studying CS, you should know all the real facts about CS course and not just get misled. So what we'll be doing is, we'll look at some of the concerns of students and we'll be giving replies to that along with proof and evidence, and then you can think about it. Please remember that as a student of CS, please don't listen to somebody when they say something and just think that is true. Please go in depth, always look at primary evidence, look at the real proof. Don't get misled because the person who's going to suffer is you and not anybody else. So in this first episode, we'll look at a comment which is a myth, but let us see what the student has to say. I am also a CS aspirant and there are 75,000 CS are there, but companies with paid up share capital of rupees 10 crores are not meeting the demand of such company, and the less than 75,000 are there in terms of CS. So basically the English may not be great, but what the student is trying to say that we have 75,000 company secretaries and we don't have even 75,000 companies where 10 crore paid up capital is there. So please understand that this is a complete myth, and if you're a CS aspirant, you should not believe this kind of nonsense. You should try to understand, and we are here to help you understand. And this whole series of No Scope for CS is to bust these myths and know the truth and get to the bottom of what is the facts. So the first point you should understand is that when you say 75,000 company secretaries are there, that is not entirely true. You say that no, I saw ICSI website, it says 75,000. See, that is the chronological order. Right from 1968 to now, so many people have passed and got the membership number. When you look at the active company secretaries, that is more important, and you will get the number of active company secretaries when you go to the ICSI annual report. So when you look at it, there is hardly 30,000 company secretaries in companies and about 11,000 company secretaries in practice. Actually, if you go more deeper, in that also many people are not doing it full time and seriously, but let us say that. So in 75,000, actually active are around 40,000 or a little here and there. That's all, not more than that. Second point is, student is telling there are not enough companies where 10 crore paid up capital is there. That is partly true, but please remember one thing. Company secretary demand is not only in companies where is 10 crore paid up capital. That is only one type of demand. That is the compulsory appointment. I can tell you the other way around. There are companies which has 10 crore paid up capital. Though it is compulsory for them to appoint CS, they have not appointed. They are escaping somehow, and the ROC will send them notice. That time they will reply, they are doing it. And there are companies where they have only 5 lakh or 10 lakh paid up capital, but they have 2 or 3 company secretaries. So you as a student should understand, it is not only the paid up capital criteria which is as per law mandatory provision. That is there, that is true, but you should see what is the nature of work. There are so many startups where there are 5 to 6 company secretaries and the paid up capital will not be very huge. It is mainly because they're having so many transactions. They have mergers, amalgamations, takeover, they're selling the company. So look at the demand in terms of how and how much work is there, not with only 10 crore paid up capital. And third thing is, in this comment, or many students have a myth that one company needs only one company secretary. That is not true. There are big companies where in one company there could be 20 to 100 company secretaries. For a big company like Reliance, there are more than 100 people in the company secretary department. You can even watch the interview which I did with Sudhakar sir, who was the corporate secretarial head of entire Reliance in world of company secretaries, and he has told that. Of course, Reliance is just one such company. There are many companies where you may not have 100, but you have 10 or 15. The secretarial team is big enough because these are group companies. They have multiple entities. They have foreign entities, Indian entities, subsidiaries, holding company. You need people. So don't have the imagination that, okay, there are so many companies with 10 crore paid up capital, only there I'm going to get a job. That is completely false. You should actually try to understand the in-depth analysis and not just believe in all these kind of things. Then the another thing which is told in this comment is all companies don't need CS. This is again completely wrong. Each and every company, if there are 15 lakh companies in India, everybody needs a CS. They may not need a full-time CS, but they will need a CS, that is practicing company secretary. Tell me one thing, each and every company has to file returns to the ROC, they have to maintain minutes, they have to maintain the secretarial records. How will they do it? Each and every company needs a company secretary. I'm not saying they need a full-time, one company needs one full-time company secretary, 15 lakh companies are there, we need 15 lakh CS. I'm not saying that, that is also wrong. But every company needs the service. So a practicing company secretary, for example, I'm a practicing company secretary, I can give service to 100, 200, even if I have the capacity, even 500 companies. Because they may not need a full-time person, but they need a person for any of their activities, whatever they do. They want to sell the share, they want to transfer the share, they want to issue bonus shares, okay, they want to close the company, whatever they do, they need a company secretary. So as a student, please don't fall to these kind of myths. Please go to the bottom, understand the in-depth analysis, know what are the facts. Don't believe anybody who's just giving some opinion. Understand the facts, and this is the practical experience I'm trying to share. And lastly, please remember, don't go with the angle that okay, there is a compulsory rule, a company has 10 crore paid up capital and I'll get a job there. That is like reservation. You will not get respect. Please go wherever it is based on merit. Yes, we do need a provision which says companies have to compulsorily appoint CS, and many companies are there. That you are going to get the job. There is no doubt about it. But in general, apart from paid up capital, which is one of the ways, there are 100 other ways where demand for company secretaries are rising. And even in the world of company secretaries, I've interviewed people who are in different sectors, but because of their company secretary experience, they're able to do well over there. Like it could be in a foreign bank. There are quite a few people in foreign banks or in investment banking. They're not doing core secretarial work, but all their knowledge, which is they studied in company secretary work, is helping them in that role. In fact, they got the job because of the company secretary qualification. So you should understand this very well. So this is coming to the end of the episode 1 in No Scope for Company Secretary course. We are making this particular statement because many students tell without knowing the in-depth, without knowing the facts, without knowing the truth, they just simply tell there's no scope for CS. If yes, please tell me. In fact, I want you to comment to this video and tell me what are your concerns. Please don't hesitate. We are doing this series not to ridicule the students or to tell the students don't know. Because students don't know, it is our effort to try to make you aware of what are the facts, what is the truth, and we are giving it to you with evidence and with proof. So if somebody says there are 75,000 company secretaries, that is actually not true. The active company secretaries is important. If somebody says there are not enough companies with 10 crore paid up capital, that is partly true, but the thing is, CS appointment is not based only on the one factor. There are so many more factors. I can show you startups where there are 5 to 10 company secretaries in the CS department because there is so much work, but it is a startup, right? So it all depends on the volume of work and demand for work. If you continuously work on your skills, if you pass your exam and you improve your communication, you have extra knowledge, you have practical knowledge, people will want you. Especially if you're a student, you should not be in the mood and you should not be always there is no scope, then why are you doing it? And if not this, what is the other thing which you're going to do which has better scope? You don't have an answer. Simply you're telling there's no scope. That is why watch this series. We'll have many more videos where we tell you the myths about no scope for company secretary course, and your questions you can put in the comments why you feel there is no scope, and whatever it is openly we'll discuss. We'll go to each and every point which you tell, we'll openly discuss, we'll clarify all your doubts, and wherever you're true, we'll say yes, that is partly true. There is no profession which is completely perfect. Tell me one profession which is completely perfect. There is no profession. Everything has challenges, and even here there will be challenges, but we should make sure the myths are cleared. Lot of myths are there. Those myths have to be cleared, and this series is for that. I will look for your comments, whatever concerns you have, where you feel there is no scope for company secretary, let me know in the comments. If you like the video, please give a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and make sure you share it with your friends, because whatever you want to do with CS, we are always there for you. It is not just about our coaching, it could be our YouTube channel, and we have many more ideas to help you become a great CS. Thank you and all the best to you.